Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you, everybody. And thanks for joining today. Thanks for being here. My name is Carles Gramage, and I'm an IoT solutions architect and business developer here at LORIOT. And in this last part of this webinar, today's webinar, I'll be showing you some different use cases that are running on the LORIOT network server. So what we are about to see are real IoT solutions and use cases from LORIOT customers and partners. So as you probably know at this point, LoRiOt network server acts as a link between the sensors and the gateways that are transmitting data using the LoRaWAN technology and the end user application. So this privileged position allows us to have a very wide knowledge of all the different players acting in LoRaWAN environments, such as, for example, device and gateway manufacturers, as I said, or IoT platform developers, system integrators, even telco companies willing to deploy LoRaWAN networks, etc. So as a result, we were able to help our customers and partners define their use cases. And then we help them find the pieces of the puzzle that they are missing. And we work together with them with all the different parts so that the use cases that they have in mind can come true, actually. In the end, what we are doing with our network server is we're being part of the development of LoRaWAN in the IoT world. And we're helping cities become smart. We are allowing different types of industries to be more efficient. And we're proud of that because we strongly believe that IoT can really have a big positive impact in the world. And every day, people are coming up with new ideas and new use cases, and we have to be there to give our best and to continuously improve our network server and be able to provide our customers with the most advanced and professional solution as possible. So let's now have a look at the first use case that I wanted to show you today. First use case, this is called WaterBit. WaterBit is a California-based company, and they have this end-to-end solution for smart irrigation that is helping its customers increase the efficiency of their irrigation systems by monitoring and remotely controlling the whole process of irrigation. This way, they're up to save water, and they are able to reduce operating costs. And this use case actually belongs to what we call smart agriculture. And how they actually do this is by deploying different sensors and controllers. Some of them are actually solar powered. So these sensors are able to measure parameters such as, for example, soil moisture or pump pressure or water distribution, etc. And on the other side, they have also developed their own application where data can be checked in real time, and they can, for example, schedule irrigation plans, or they can set up different notifications and view different reports, etc. It's a really interesting use case. And regarding LoRiOt, so what for a network server solution they have is they have a private installation of what we call our full fail-safe enterprise, which is actually the most advanced solution within our private network server business models in terms of security and redundancy, data storage, independence, and etc., among other features. So as we were saying, basically what this use case is aiming for is a reduction of operational costs and an increase of the efficiency of the irrigation process. So we have to think that, for example, not enough water is definitely not a good thing for a plant, but overwatering that plant would be bad for the plant, so it would drown the plant. So we have to find a balance in all this process. So with this solution, what they're able to do is able to improve the efficiency of their processes significantly. And the way the customer is able to monitor its fields and to obtain relevant information and to analyze that information, and to use it to create automatic processes will definitely improve the productivity of their operations. We have to keep in mind that water is a limited resource, and farmers using WaterBit can really maximize the value of it and improve yield and crop quality, and also save growers time, and in the end saving money as well. Yeah, so as an example of a real case, we have a company also in California, which is called Divine Organics, that was able to reduce water consumption by 6% by using this solution. They were reducing nutrient loss as well, that is caused by leaching, and they also cut 5% of greenhouse emissions. And they started actually using WaterBit in their asparagus farm, and they were able to double the production within a short period of time, and also decrease the amount of man hours that they would need to get the job done. So this is the use case regarding smart agriculture. Let's now jump into the second use case. This second use case is more related to smart cities, we could say. In this case, it is a Spanish company called Purple Blob. And together, this is a project where different parts were collaborating. So together with the Polytechnical University of Valencia, Spain, and the Council of Alcoy, which is a small city in eastern Spain. They have created a human flow monitoring system that improves city planning and living conditions. So Purple Blob created their own sensor that they are calling METIS, which is a sensor that is really easy to set up and is able to collect specific information from citizens' devices, like such as smartphones, for example. So what it does is it stores a unique identifier of each device in a way that the identity of the person remains unknown. So when collecting this information, what they do is that they've also developed a platform that they call Sarah, which allows data visualization, and it's able to show like different diagrams and things such as occupancy in different time intervals. And by using data analytics, they can also show like heat maps and work on things such as path prediction or behavior prediction, which are really interesting things, actually, especially nowadays. In this case, the city council has installed a private instance of LORIOT's network server so that it can manage their LoRaWAN network. And this is all part of a local project that's called Street Lab. And it's definitely really, really interesting. The system that they have developed is as device agnostic, meaning that it can pick up data from different devices, no matter what the manufacturer of that device is. And actually, one interesting thing that they are able to do by analyzing this data is they can predict people's paths, and this way, for example, be able to predict potential bottlenecks. It allows them to also work on minimizing walking paths, which is again very interesting, and define more accurate predictions of people flow, and be able, for example, to prevent dangerous situations, especially when it comes to big events or local festivities, and where there are going to be big concentrations of people. Just this is again a very interesting thing nowadays. We do believe that this kind of solutions actually are going to be more and more common in the near future. As you probably know, people tracking is becoming a very powerful tool, and so we're actually expecting to see more cities or start to work with these kind of solutions. So again, very interesting use case regarding smart cities. And now let's have a look at the last use case that I have prepared for you today. This use case I will be showing you is included in the concept of what we call smart industry. Company is called Machine Max. It is a London-based company that has created this end-to-end solution for off-highway machine tracking with the goal of reducing idling, improving the utilization of their machines, and reducing fuel consumption. Plus, also things like cutting emissions and being more green, let's say. So what they offer is a technology of wireless sensors that can be physically stick to the equipment, to the machines, and after a very easy configuration, they can actually start providing, the sensors can start providing with real-time data that can be extremely valuable for owners and or users of heavy equipment fleets. This sensor is attached to the machine using a military-grade magnet, and it can transmit information related to utilization, for example, or GPS location, temperature, humidity, movement, which kind of look like very simple things to measure, but they're actually the most relevant things you would like to know about a machine when you're trying to improve the utilization of that machine. So with such simple things that they are measuring, they are able to extract really powerful information. Another very interesting feature about these sensors and the system actually is that it analyzes the vibration of the engine of the machine it is stuck to. So by using machine learning, different algorithms, it can learn the unique signature of each machine. And this is making the system even more productive when analyzing and planning the usage of that machine by actually knowing its unique signature, its unique vibration signature. And there are different possibilities to view the data that's generated by the sensors. Can be actually accessed by desktop and also in their web portal. But we also have the possibility to access or to ingest this data using APIs or even extracting some reports in different formats. So yeah, there are actually different customers, such as, for example, mining plants or construction sites that have already improved the productivity of their plants, have significantly reduced over costs thanks to the solution offered by Machine Max. And we have to keep in mind that these industries tend to have a very poor utilization of their machines, and indeed a very low productivity associated to this machine. So this obviously causes delay in the deadlines of the projects, and it causes overcosts. For example, not only to people that own the machines, but also to companies that would rent these machines from other companies just to get their project done. So obviously, optimizing machine usage is very attractive for companies because it really has an impact in their economy. They're going to save money. They can finish their projects on time, and they can be more efficient and productive. But also a very interesting thing is cutting emissions and being able to save fuel would also help improve things such as, for example, air quality, which is very interesting from the point of view of public health, for example. So multiple cities have already created what they call low emission zones, where only acceptable levels of pollution and idling times are strictly enforced. So this is again a thing That's really interesting. And regarding LoRiOt, MachineMax again has a monolithic installation of our network server, so that they're able to run their LoRaWAN network and be able to run its end-to-end solution. So yeah, I'd say thanks everybody for listening. I hope you found this use cases interesting. That was everything for me, and give it back to my colleague Janik.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Carles. That was indeed interesting. And what I especially like about these use cases is that they really address the business customer. So they can clearly show that they generate business value for their end customers, because it's always hard to sell technology when there is no real business value behind it. But if you can tell your customers, look, at the end of the month, you are going to save this amount of money, he actually doesn't care what kind of technology is behind it, because like the business case is so valuable for him and that he actually just has to buy it.
Indeed. Sure.
And this is like the perfect approach for everybody to sell his IoT use case. And this was also the reason why we wanted to show these cases to you. So I think we have answered most of the questions in the chat. We will also share the presentation over our LinkedIn page, so you will be able to download it there. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this presentation. For sure, we will be continuing hosting those webinars, and we are really looking forward to see you again. And I would also like to thank you, my team, for participating in this webinar. It was great to have your input, guys. It's really highly appreciated. So yeah, everybody, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe, and see you next time. Bye-bye.